Hello, you lovely people. It is I, King Nez, and today I have something good to talk about. I mean, the movie wasn't good, but it was cool, just to watch since I love horror movies. And it was bad, but it was funny bad kind of situation. And today we're going to be talking about Aquaslash, a horror slash mystery movie that was absolutely terrible but fun to watch with friends to make fun of the movie. Like I said, it was a weird movie that came out in 2019 about kids who graduated from high school and they go to this water park that somebody has messed up with one of the slides, adding blades to it, eventually killing people. Now, this movie is an hour and 11 minutes long, and trust me, it's not a lot of action until the last 20 minutes. So the main characters are Josh, Kimberly, the big bad boyfriend, Tommy, which I need to discuss, Alice, who is the mistress or the person that's having an affair with the owner of the West Valley Water Park named Paul. And Paul has a wife named Priscilla, who is also a part of this and plays a major role. And we'll get into that part, later on in the movie. So yeah, and we also have a character named Conrad, who was just basically a part of the staff for West Valley since he was in his teenage years. So nothing really based on that. And actually is a pretty funny character in the movie. So he does a good job at that. So we start off in the movie with these two employed people at the water slide who, after hours, decide to go ahead and do the devil's tango on the water slide for no reason, and the killer decides to kill them both. And that's literally just how the movie starts off. And then we get to see the graduates of 2018 high school. I forgot the name of high school, but then we get to meet Josh and his friends Slim and Chad, who are part of the band called The Blades. And there's really nothing towards that. Then we get to see the affair. We meet Kimberly's big bad boyfriend, Tommy. And then we find out that Kimberly and Josh had a past. They used to be together, but then she left school to get this job. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we get to see Priscilla again, looking like a baddie towards everybody else. And then we see Paul again. We see Josh and Kimberly rekindling their love. And now here's the problem that I have with this movie. Josh is supposed to be the protagonist with Kim, and usually, in these movies, it's supposed to be Josh getting the girl of his dreams from saving her from her big bad boyfriend, which is the case in this one, but it makes it worse in this one because we don't really get to see how abusive he is in the relationship, so they just decide to say fuck it, and Kimberly cheats on him, so it makes her look like a worse character than Tommy is. And there's more examples of this and later on in the movie. I just thought it was really stupid to have them make Josh look at idiot and Kimberly like idiot. Then we get to see Priscilla on a date with Josh's dad. Now, it was never explained as to why, and we just let it go. And he's eating this mean lobster. Josh and Kimberly do the devil's tango in the shower before his big performance. And then all things go south when the video is sent out of the leak of them doing the devil's tango. The video is sent to everybody. Tommy sees it and then punches the shit out of Josh. And then says that everybody will be dead. And then he sees him drag away Kim. And then next thing you know, Josh walks away with Chad. And then nothing really happens after that until we meet with Josh's dad talking to Josh, saying that would he like to own the water park because that's what he's trying to do. He is trying to get money. And then Alice overhears and gets upset at Paul, figuring out that he is trying to sell the water park, and she doesn't like that she's not getting a cut out of it. But why would she? Because, she's the one having an affair with him, and she would never get that because she's the side chick. We see the killer inserting the blades for the next day, and we're off and running. Before that, we see Josh's dad, see the dead bodies, and then he gets shot up, and now they're all dead. Then we get to this kid on the beach with his terrible ass mother who doesn't give a fuck about him and whatever. He finds a walker on the floor, and he's probably listening to Drake's Take Care album. But anyways, Paul and Priscilla get into an argument as always. Nothing really big happens. Conrad sees the blood. doesn't really care, and then we're off and running to the water slide tournament or whatever they fucking call it. Everybody's waiting for it to happen, and everybody's going down the slides. Everything's happening. Then Tommy, out of all people, realizes that the water slide should be falling apart, and it could be, but nobody's listening to him because obviously everybody thinks of him as this bad guy and terrible, and they push him down the slide. Once again, I don't understand why they would have Tommy, out of all people, be the one to try to save everybody. Then it goes down, and then Alice and her homegirls get the first chop. And yeah, meanwhile, everybody else is happy and stuff. Then you see all the blood going down the water slide, and everybody's going crazy. And Josh is finally acting like a protagonist, trying to save everybody. And then Conrad passes out, breaks his ankle, and then poor Tommy gets cut up. Now, here's my issue. Tommy could have easily survived. There was a big opening right there. So, and Alice's friends are dead, so he could have just pushed himself away from them and went through the middle and sort of survived. But obviously, logic doesn't work in this movie. So yeah, he definitely doesn't survive, even though he definitely could have. But whatever. Everybody's still trying to go. Josh is still trying to become, the superhero to save everybody. Nobody can get in contact, so people keep going down the slide, even though you don't hear people screaming, but that's fine. Priscilla challenges Paul to go down the slide. He will go faster than Josh, trying to be, the big protagonist again, actually doing something smart, trying to save Paul with all the strength he has. And then Paul was just like, never mind, tell your dad, the deal's off and whatever. And then the death of Paul happens. Then you see Mr. Tommy's head fall off. Everybody else is cheering. Now they're cheering as if they do not see a whole bunch of blood in the water. But like I said, logic doesn't work in this movie. Then Josh trying to save everybody. They didn't see that he has blood on him. Him and Carter go down the water slide. And then turns out the big twist was Priscilla was the one that did it. Josh inherits all his dad's money. Gives some of the money to Priscilla after all the things that happened. We get a flashback of what happened with Priscilla when she was younger. Her dad died and the water park didn't do anything about it. So that's the twist ending. Then we get a mid-credit scene where the kid pops up, and that really means nothing. I have no idea as to why it happened. Maybe he'll be the next murderer, but it doesn't matter because there won't be another Aquaslash, in my opinion. And that's the movie. It was very, quick movie, only 20 minutes of, everybody, dying and all that stuff. It took most of the movie of just storytelling that really didn't matter. I quite frankly thought it was a funny movie of how stupid it was. The whole point was really nothing big. Priscilla literally waited years and years just to get her revenge, and Josh inherits all his dad's money and gives some of the money towards Priscilla so she can help, so it can help her out and do whatever she wants with the money. So at the end of the day, she ended up on top, and the movie was definitely something. If you want to go watch it, by all means, go ahead. It's a good laugh. But yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you did watch it, did you guys enjoy Aquaslash, or would you even attempt to watch it?